it finally. We made it. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm so excited that you guys are still up. People are still up. And we can do this. And we can do this. Sometimes you just have to praise. You know, in this space where we are, and if you come to this page often, you know that we get in here and we do the work. We get in here and we do the work. It's not a game over here for us. We do the work. And a lot of times when we get into these spaces and we're doing the work, we can forget to give praise. We can forget to give thanks. Sometimes when you get to a space in spirit, I know for me, I'm talking to me, guys. I'm inviting you into this space. I'm talking to me. I remember when I became so enlightened, I became so aware, I became so engulfed with the fact that I was God and God was me. I came to a place where the experience wasn't the same. The experience wasn't the same anymore. It wasn't a praise to an outside God sitting in the sky. It wasn't a waiting on God to answer me anymore. It was, wow, I am the answer. It was, wow, God lives inside of me. And for a long time in my life, in my space, I forgot to praise because I had become so aware that God was me and I was God. And I remember saying, okay, so how do I praise now? How do I now praise knowing that God is no longer in the sky? God is no longer sitting around waiting to grant my every magical wish. God isn't punishing me. God isn't judging me. Like I used to be in a place of praising judgment and struggle and all of that. And when I shifted to my new place, and me and God are one, and there's no such thing as separation between God and I, and it's me, I am in the most deepest place of praise that I could possibly be. So I still put on my gospel music. It has a different meaning now, though. It doesn't mean that I'm sitting in the posture of waiting for God to fix it. I sit in the posture that it's already done. So this is one of my favorite songs, I Told the Storm. And right now, and I want to take some music requests because, you know, as BJ calls me jukebox, y'all know I love the music. When I listen to gospel music now, it's different. But I still get my praise on because I'm not God all by myself. I am an aspect of God that gets to enjoy itself outside of itself through vision every single day. Every single day. So anyway, I'm listening to this song. This is one of my favorite songs. And even though the wind blows, hold on, I'm going to rewind it. And I'm going to show you how I enjoy this thing, how I get down, how I praise. Because sometimes I praise. You know how they used to say, praise your way through? You gotta praise your way through. So now God ain't in the sky, but God is still real. God ain't in the sky, but God is still real. So this is one of my favorite songs. And this is what it says. Even though your wind blows, I want you to know you cause me no alarm because I'm safe in God's arms. I don't have to worry about whether God is in the sky. I'm in the arms because it's right here. It's right here. All I got to do is tap into that place. Tap into that place, into that awareness, into my strength, into my knowing, and I can get you out of here. I can say, go away. I command you to move today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because I know God is here, not up there anymore, not judging me, not casting blame, not doing any of that. Just right here inside of me. Ah, you don't get it. So I can tell the storm to pass. Storm, you can't last. Go away. I command you to move today. Storm, when God speaks, when I speak, you have no choice in the matter. You have to cease, because that's what I told the storm. I told the storm to pass. Storm, you can't last. Go away. I command you to move today. Storm, when God speaks, storm, you have to cease, because that's what I told my storm. I told the storm. I told the storm. I told the storm. It's amazing grace that's brought me safe thus far. Grace is gonna lead me. I told the storm. I said, you need to tell the storm. When? Like it. Break and stop breaking. Darkness go away. Clouds move away. That's what I told my storm. So, my God's around me. That's what I told the storm. My God's around me. That's what I told the storm. So listen. You got to do it. I'm so open. I'm here. I want to hear what you guys have for your song. What do you have for your song? What is the song that you use to get yourself through? Which in this song, when she said she knows the storm is going to go away. Her God has her. She says how she can depend on Jesus, right? So when I hear a song say they can depend on Jesus, I don't go to Jesus. There's a my knowing of Jesus is that Jesus is a sacrifice. It was the teaching of sacrifice. When I hear Jesus' name, I don't go to sacrifice though. I don't travel to sacrifice. They taught that Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice, and I was told by God, I don't have to kill nobody to get Savior. So when I think about Jesus, I don't think about death. I don't think about some man sitting on the cross dying for me. I don't have that thought. I think of Jesus coming to planet Earth in that story to tell me, to tell you that I and my Father are one. When you see me, you see the Father. So whenever I think about Jesus, I don't go to death. I don't go to sacrifice. I go to an awareness. I go to an awareness that I am just like Jesus, just like the Bible says. I and my Father are one. As I am in this world, so shall you be. When Jesus was on the earth, he didn't see himself as separate from God. That's some old man stuff. So whenever I'm listening to my song and I hear Jesus, I'm reminded of who I am. I go, wow, yes, that's who I am in this story. That's who I am in this story. Not sacrifice. I'm not a sacrifice. I'm not a sacrifice. And I don't sacrifice myself for others. That was a teaching that they gave me. I rejected. God said that's not real. God says I am abundance, and I didn't have to kill anybody to save you. I didn't have to do that. So I took that knowledge, threw it right on out the window. And whenever I hear Jesus, I don't go to sorrow and thank you for giving me your life. I don't do that. I go, thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing me to read that story, whether it's true or not is irrelevant. But thank you for allowing me to read that story and know that there is an awareness here on earth that says I and God are one. And I am abundance, just like God. And I use it to encourage myself, to uplift myself, to bring myself up to an awareness that, yes, I'm that chick. I am what it says I am, like Joel says. I hold my Bible up and I say, I am what it says I am. So I am. This song right here, Lynn gave. I don't know if she remembered, but she gave this song before, and I saved it in my little thing here. So sometimes I have to encourage myself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Why do you sit around and wait on God? Some people like sit around and they wait on God to do something. If you wait on God to do something, it implies that God hasn't already done it. God can't know the beginning and the end if God hasn't already created the end. So it's already done. It's already done. So sometimes I have to just sit and encourage myself. Encourage myself. And when she says in the Lord or in God or in Jesus, encourage myself to remember who I am in this place. I'm not subject to this place. This place is subject to me. When Jesus came down, he didn't come in with a servitude. He didn't serve earth. Earth had to serve him. He wasn't a servant. They even taught me that. Jesus was a servant. Get out of here. Not. I do not ascribe to that teaching. I do not. When Jesus came down here, when you pay attention, he rocked this world. Who can turn some daggone do all that he did if he was serving it? It was serving him. I didn't take that. No, he's not a servant. I'm not taking that. I don't have to take that teaching. No, when I look at Jesus, when I look at the story of Jesus, he made things happen because he said it. He took the one lady and said, I can't give you this. I can't give you this. And the lady said, well, even the dog eat the crumbs. And Jesus brought an awareness to that lady. Did y'all see that? Jesus brought an awareness to that lady and said, great is your faith. He turned her back to her. And she produced based on her. Great is perfect. Some people look at that and go, well, he just rejected people. He had a specific amount of people that he was sent to and all that. And it may be so. But guess what? That was the greatest gift to be able to tell somebody, as within you, great is your faith. Encourage your own self. Encourage your own self. Why are you waiting around for God to tell you, the God in the sky to tell you something? Why aren't you listening to the God inside of you? Why aren't you listening to the God inside of you? You don't have to believe something because somebody told it to you. It ain't working. When something don't work, you got to give it up. You don't hold yourself hostage to something that doesn't work. You don't hold yourself hostage to something that doesn't work. That's not even how that's supposed to go. If you go on a job and they don't pay you, are you gonna stay? You're gonna probably leave that job if they don't pay you. So if they give you a God that you can't serve, why are you sitting there serving it? Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Why are you doing it? Encourage yourself. Speak to yourself. Give yourself some time and attention. Give it some praise. God is an infinite God. When you open up your eyes, when you hear something, when you feel something, when God becomes everything, life changes. When God becomes everything, life as you know it changes. Whenever I open my eyes, I see God. Whenever I'm listening, I hear God. Whenever I touch, I feel God. That's so real for me. You can't never take that away from me. You can't ever take that away from me. So whenever I need something, I make it move. I make it happen. Because I can. The teachings that I like, I keep. It's in my soul. Whatsoever I say, it will be. It's in my soul. Let this mind be in thee that's also in Christ Jesus. What was Christ's mind? Christ's consciousness or Christ's mind was, I am one with God and God is one with me. And I think it's Philippians 28 when Jesus said, or they wrote, Jesus thought it not robbery to be considered equal to God. That's just what the word said. So if Jesus was here on earth and that's the stand he took, and then he looked at me and said, you are the same, why should not be the same? Why are you going to try and teach me? Anything that comes to try and teach me anything opposite of that, I say, you a lie. You a lie, and I say it happily. It used to be a time where I didn't say that happily. I would hide my truth because everybody couldn't understand now. I don't care today. Today I don't care. That's my truth. So sometimes I sit around and I play my little gospel music and I get in. And I just give praise and a great thanks to my awareness that God is not judging. I still have everything. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with God. I'm so happy with God that I can literally sing this song right here and mean it. If I lost everything and all I had was God, I got everything. There's no way that I could have God and not have everything. It's impossible. It's impossible. Because God is everything to me. God is everything to me. I didn't have anything. And you were the only thing. guess what? I would still have everything. It's impossible to have God and then not have everything. It's impossible. So to have God, or the desire to see God, the desire to know God, and then you know God, you ain't going nowhere. And you'll have everything. It's I it's I and your life is different, my life is you. I still have. I sing, y'all. I can't sing that. Over listening to me to sing, because I can't sing. So listen, you guys have a song? Tell me. Hey guys. Hey guys, if you're in Facebook, if you want to join us, you can. In your heart, be with you forever. At your feet, in your arms, be with you forever. Be with you forever. I bow at your feet. I lay in your arms. And you were the only thing. I still have everything. Love that song. Love that song.
Time. Never enough hours in the day.
I'm open, you guys. And if you have a song, send it to me. I just felt a praise. I just felt like thanking God, thanking Spirit for my awareness. Because I could have been walking around not even being aware of who I am. And sitting in this earth being subject to everything else. For real, that's where I was. Life was happening to me. Life was happening to me. I had no power. Because I was going to be punished if I did this. I was going to be punished if I did that. And then I was going to do it anyway. Like I was going to be who I was. Just like me, like being listening to angels and listening to loved ones and doing all that. And the world say all this. I was walking around being subject to that instead of being aware that God is everything, including me. God is everything, including me. Including me. Like, what a beautiful place to be and to give praise that I am aware of that. There's no way I cannot give praise to that. There's no way. So just because I became aware, just because I became what some people will call enlightened, that does not remove my praise. That does not remove my praise. Because collectively, we are all together. That is God. And I give praise for that. I give praise that I can wake up in the grand rising and attract to myself my consciousness and look at my consciousness, tell me where I am. I have a roadmap every day. I have a roadmap. Every day I have a roadmap. I do. I got a roadmap. Every day I have a roadmap. And it doesn't get any better than that. I can locate myself. Every day I can locate myself. I can know if I'm sad. And I can know why I'm sad. And I can track it back. And I can get free. I can get saved every single day. Nothing is hidden from me. Nothing. There's nothing that God hides from me. If I have pain, if my feelings are hurt, I don't sit and cry and be stuck, because I can go back. I can go back and find out where it came from. I can go and identify it. I can go and change it and not let it mess up the rest of my day. Why wouldn't I get praise for that? There are people who are standing in the position where God is doing everything to them. And I'm standing in the position where I am doing everything with me. And I am aware that I am doing it. And if I don't like it, I have the power to change it by my choice. I am not a robot sitting here waiting for God's punishment, waiting for God's judgment. I am here, full and available. And aware of who I am in this place. Why wouldn't I give praise to that? There's nothing. I don't care how bad my life may have been or what experience I may have had. I understand that I was God in it all. I was God in it all. I was God in it all. And my power is great. My power is mighty. They took that knowing away from me by telling me I was on punishment. They took that anointing away from me by telling me I wasn't special. But I don't live in that space today. No. There's glory in everything I have ever done. There's glory in everything I have ever experienced. I may not have liked what I was experiencing because I'm having some human understanding about what is taking place. But when I get over here and I understand that God is all things, and all things come to serve me, I will rejoice and be glad in it. And because I am now aware of who I am, and I am aware of what I want, see, I know what I want to experience in this life. And because I am aware, and because I know what I want, and because I know the power that I have, both in my good posture and in my bad posture. I know I have power because I've seen it in action in both places. I've seen it when I've been negatively affected, and I've seen it when I've been positively affected. My power reigns supreme. And because I know that, I can have whatever I want. There is nothing I cannot have that I want. There is nothing that I cannot have. That place does not exist for me. That place does not exist for me. I will have whatever I want, whenever I want. Dude, lack is a mindset. Lack is a mindset. Mm. I have exactly what I want. And I'm getting everything I'm creating that I may want in my future. That's real. That's real. That's real. I am getting everything I want. There is no such thing as me not having what I want. That space is not a reality for me. It's not a reality for me. I know it's a reality that is available to have. I don't want it. I don't live in it. I don't receive it. I reject that. See, I have the power to reject it. I don't have to accept it because you said it. I don't have to believe it because you taught it. I don't have to believe it because you taught it to me. I don't have to believe it because you taught it to me. There's an awareness inside of me. Woo! And I will honor that awareness all the days. Because you taught it, don't make it my truth. Because you taught it, it don't make it my truth. There's an awareness inside of me that's off the chain. It will guide me. It will tell me where to go. It will tell me where I should be. I give praise for that. I give praise for that. I give praise for that. So this is one of my songs. You guys can pop in. This song, she's talking about what she's turning away from. I'm turning away. Oh. Turning away. Just to even know that I have the power to turn away, I give praise. I give praise. I give praise. I give thanks. There was a time in my life that I didn't even know I could walk away from those things. You see, because when you get those, I call them programs. When you get those programs going on inside of you, you don't even know why you're making the bad decisions. You don't even know why you're making the bad choices. You don't even know why shit's happening in your life. You have no clue other than God is punishing you. That's all you got. That's all I had. That's all I had. Nah, but not today. When they would say, you got to go down and get saved. You got to go down and get saved. You got to go down and get saved. I get saved every day. I'm going to be honest with you. I save myself from myself every day. From a bad choice, from a bad decision, from a bad thought, from the wrong choice, from a challenging thought. That's all. That's me. That's me. That's not God sitting in the sky punishing me and telling me. Nah, there were some things that I could not leave. Like me. I couldn't leave me. I'm over here with all these beautiful angels and spirits talking to me, and they would tell me this is bad. I couldn't leave me. I couldn't leave me. I can't leave me. I can't leave me. And I didn't understand none of that stuff they was telling me. And then there was some things that was going on in my life. Like you guys know my story. I was raped several times. I couldn't understand why every time I get into a relationship with a dude, he felt like it was okay to take my stuff. Why? I couldn't figure that out. What the heck did I do? God, for real, Joe, what did I do? I couldn't figure none of that stuff out. I just figured God didn't love me or God was punishing me, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of that thing. I know I ain't the only one who ever had that, where you just, people were like, okay, what, for real, God? Are you serious? You gonna let this man touch me? You gonna let this girl do this? You gonna let all this happen for real? I'm supposed to serve you, and this is what you're doing? I'm supposed to love you, and this is what you do? Really? And you want me to trust you? On top of all that, you want me to trust you? You can get out of here, but you can kick rocks with that one, because I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. I remember saying, I'm not doing it, Joe. And I'm not faking it, I'm not phony, and I'm not doing it. So I give praise that I am aware of the power that I had. I did not know how powerful I was. Nope, I wasn't brought up out the womb with those teachings. So I didn't know. I had no idea who I was or how all this stuff was happening. And the only person I had to blame was God, because they told me God did everything for me. God was the one who punished me. God was the one who gave me a gift. So if anything was happening to me, God was the problem, or God was the answer, or God was the solution. But I didn't have no solution for why the heck I was getting raped all the time. Every time I let my guards down to trust somebody, that's what they do. But you good. How you gonna get God? I'm not praising. You wasn't God when I watched my little cousin get molested by her dad. You wasn't God then. You wasn't a God I was going to serve. How you gonna ask for my love and respect and honor if all this is what's happening? Nah, you can kick rocks with that. You can kick rocks with that. That's where I was, honestly. So I praise. So I praise. I praise. Because when I asked those questions, because I did, I couldn't sit in a space of believing. I had to have some no. when I begin to ask God questions, like that just don't make no sense to me. You're not getting nothing from me, for real, for real. So I had to ask the questions to get my answers. So when God came, because I searched for God, because I wasn't really interested in God the way God was given to me. I really wasn't interested. Not at all. I wasn't interested at all in that God. I was asking questions. And my awareness came. My awareness that God is everything came. My awareness that, baby, you say this is bad. Other people say this is good. It's the same thing. But you say it's bad and they say it's good. It's the same thing. And then I learned that degrees of bad, degrees of good were defined by me. Degrees of bad, degrees of good was defined by me. That was a game changer for me. Degrees of bad, degrees of good were defined by me. When I heard Spirit say that, I went, wow, that's true. You know, it gave me some beautiful examples like if you put your hand over the stove this high, somebody might go, oh my God, that's so hot. And then somebody else who has a tolerance for heat will go, I don't feel anything. Or if I hit you on your face, oh my God, it hurt. And this, I hear somebody else and they go, I didn't really feel that. Same hit, same punch. So each person had their levels of degree between what was good and what was bad. So the person who is participating in the negative, from my perspective, is negative. From their perspective, is good to them. Is I have defined this as negative. They have defined this as good. It's the same thing happening. Okay, there's a level of measurement that's taking place. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I get it. Good and bad is defined by the human. It's defined by the person. Okay, I get it. But still, it was negative to me. So why did I have to experience it? It was negative to me. Then Spirit goes back and shows me my travel on my creation. Spirit says, I am everything. I'm omnipresent. I'm omnipotent. I'm everything, always, everywhere at the same time. In order to be everywhere at the same time, all the time, means you have to be everything. You can't be everything you can't be at the same place at the same time all the time unless you was everything. So I have my awareness. The Spirit is everything. I have my awareness now that good or bad are measurements by the individual person. All right? So good and bad measurements within me. God is everything. All right, I got it. I'm feeling better, but still, I see this as something negative happening to me. And I don't see how you were any kind of savior. I don't see how you can help me. I really don't see how you made me not have this bad experience. I get it. Levels and degrees. His level of good, my level of good. Two separate things, but still, I thought it was bad. I didn't like it. You're everywhere all the time. I get it. So you're him and me. I get it. You're everything. And levels and degrees of good and bad are within me. I get it. So you're having your experience in all things, the good and the bad, per my perception of good and bad. I'm getting it, I'm understanding it, but I still don't want to get raped. I still don't want to see no child get hurt. So how do I avoid that? I got the understanding now. Okay, I'm good with that. But I still don't want to experience that. So how do I get past the experience, God? I got it. You all right. I got it. But I still don't want to have the experience. How do I get past the experience? That's when Spirit said, now it's about understanding power. Understanding power. Power does not discriminate, baby. Power doesn't discriminate, God. Nope. Power does not discriminate. If you take a plug and plug it up into your socket, if the cord is black, yellow, red, or green, that light gonna turn on, right? Yep. It doesn't discriminate based on the color of that plug, does it? Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so power doesn't discriminate. No matter where you plug it, it doesn't discriminate. Okay, I got it, God. Power doesn't discriminate. So, you are everything, both the good and the bad. And the good and the bad are measurements that I create within myself. They could be different than anybody else. So something that I'm experiencing could be bad, and somebody else is experiencing it, and it could be good, and we could be having the same experience. Okay, I got it. So this dude, even though he raped me, for him, it was good. For me, it was bad. We're having the same experience. So I'm experiencing God on the good and the bad based on my own perception of good and bad. Got it. All right. So how do I get past the negative? Because I don't want to experience you on the bad. I get it. It was you. Got it. I don't want to experience you on the bad. I really only want to experience you on the good. Can I get that? Sure, baby. Power. Okay, back to power. Power doesn't discriminate. Okay. Power doesn't discriminate. So when I was born, I had all kinds of power. Yes, power. Okay. And I was in my mom's stomach. I was powerful then? Yes. All right. I was powerful even when I got in her stomach? Yes. As soon as you got in her stomach? Yes. As soon as I got in her stomach? Yes. Power didn't stop? Nope. Okay. Power in the womb. Got it. So my mom and my dad, they get together. They have a baby and it's me. I get in the stomach and I'm powerful. And the power belongs to me. Power belongs to you. I am the power. You are the power. Okay. I am the power. So all my mom's insecurities, all my dad's insecurities, all that is running inside of me. Yep. You're a product of two beings. Okay. I am the product of two beings. Got it. Just they're good? Nope. All of them. Okay. All of them? All of them. Not some of them? You are the product of your mom and your dad. Okay. I am the product of my mom and my dad. Okay. So that guy, yeah, all the violations. Okay, so all the violations that I had. Okay, all right. So my dad, I understand the sexual violation because this is my dad. My dad created me, and inside of him was the fear of having a daughter and her getting raped and killed. That was my dad's fear when he had me. Okay, so my dad's fear that I would get raped and murdered is energy. Yes, that's energy. All right. Is energy power? Yes. Okay. So running inside of me is I'm going to have a daughter and I don't want her to get raped or killed. And then when I'm born, my dad's first words to me is, baby, you're going to get raped. And I just want you to make it, I just want you to be okay with that. That's the teachers that my dad gave me. Yes, I remember that. Okay. That was power? Yes, that was power. Oh my God. Okay. So my dad, when he had me, he was scared that he was going to have a daughter that was going to get raped and get killed. Then I was born, and then he taught me that same thing. I'm going to get raped, and just shut up, close my mouth, and don't say nothing. And he told me that even before I was able to even think about a boy. All right, I got it. So that power was deposited in me in the womb. Yes. And it was power. Yes. And I'm a manifester. Yes. You're getting it, babe. Oh my God. I am a manifester. Yes. But why? Because you have power. I have power to create. Yes. I have power to create. And that power doesn't discriminate. So it doesn't say, I'm not going to go over here because you say it's negative. Right. You're getting it. Okay. So I have this power inside of me, positive or negative. It's here, it's active, it's moving in the area of rape. My dad tells me this, and I begin to manifest that thing because that's what is inside of me. That's what I know, and it's going to happen because my dad said it's going to happen, and I believe my dad, and I give it power, and then I create it? Yes. Oh my God! That's how powerful I am! I get it. 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 I get it now. And on your side, there is no good or bad because you're not defining good or bad. With you, it just is an experience. Yes. On my side, it's good or bad because I'm inside this vessel and there's a teaching of good and bad. I get it. I get it. Okay. I get it. I get it. So now that I know that, does the power work even if I shift it to the good side? The power works no matter where you send it. It doesn't discriminate. That's right, you said that. It doesn't discriminate. So what I have to do now that I'm aware is be more conscious as to where I place my powers and go back and clean that other teaching up and let it go. Yes. And it's all good because you're everything, good and bad as we define it. And in our awareness, we get to decide which side we want to stay on. Yes. Wow. That's what's up. Now I can stay with you on those premises. I can stay with you on that. I can give you love. I can give you praise. I can embrace you now. Because now I have clarity. Now I have understanding. And I'm in control. I am in control of this. Whereas before I felt so out of control. I felt like I was that life was just happening to me. I didn't know that I had so much power. I didn't know I had so much power. I get it now. I get it now. So my past trauma, the trauma that I had, is trauma because that's how I defined it. I get it. But now that I'm aware that I had power even in my place of trauma, I can now shift that power to my positive side. And I can clear out that I don't have to believe that what my dad told me, right? Exactly. It's just a consciousness. It's just something you accepted and you agreed and you produced. You can unaccept it. You can reject it. You don't have to believe it. Wow. So if I don't have to believe that, that means there's a lot of stuff that I don't have to really believe, right? Yes. I am God. I am all things. I am whatever you believe. Wow, that hit my socks. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yes, I am all things. I am everything. Got it. So if I'm struggling with my bills or money, I don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe that either. So I get a chance to, because I did believe it. Like I believed in the struggle. I believed that this and I did have exactly what I believed. Oh my gosh, you are so right. You are so right. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. You are everything. You are what I perceive to be good. You are what I perceive to be bad. You are everything. You are consciousness. Wow. Whatever I accept as being real and true is my experience. And I can validate that because everything that I experience is real or true. And I can do that now because I know this back office stuff. Yes, I created this space. Not that I wanted that space. It's just that when I got here to planet Earth, so much information came to me by way of my mom and my dad. They sculpted me in their, and I took on their, I got it. I don't have to have it anymore. So I'm not going to believe that every man that I meet is going to rape me. I'm not going to believe that anymore. I'm not going to believe that I have to have any type of struggle. I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to take that into my knowing. I'm not going to believe that. Somebody said, I said, okay, well, that's what you believe. That's what you believe. I get it. In that place, I'll accept you. Because in this place, I can have everything. And I'm powerful and I'm strong. And I live with my choices and my awarenesses. As long as I'm seeking you, right? As long as I'm seeking you and I want more of you, you'll keep giving me more of you because you're infinite. And if you're infinite, that means I'm infinite too. Yes, you're getting this thing. Okay, I can rock with you. I can rock with you. I can rock with you. And I'm on board. And in this place, I'll never give it up. I'll never give this up. I'll never give this up. I'll never give it up. So thank you, God. I'm glad I had a conversation with you. I'm glad I asked for you on my own. I'm glad I didn't believe that I couldn't talk to you. I'm glad that I didn't that I got frustrated and I just said heck with it. I'm glad that I didn't accept you the way they sold you to me. I'm glad I didn't fit into the norm. I'm glad to be amongst the elite. I'm cool with that. And I feel free. I feel free. Say, I say, I can live in that space. That space doesn't make me have to believe in anything. That space gives me evidence and a knowing that I can lay my life on the line. I'm on solid ground now. I'm not in a belief anymore. I'm not inside somebody else's teaching. It's inside somebody else's understanding or lack thereof. I'm in my own spirit to spirit, mind, body, and soul. I'll never leave this space. It'll never happen. This is my forever. This is my eternity. And I'm experiencing it in this body, in this time, right now. And I give thanks and I give praise for this. Ashe. Ashe. I went away for a minute, guys. Ashe.
Dr. Lee, can I
Yes.
say something?
Yes.
Thank you for tonight. Thank you for this right here, because it definitely answered a lot of questions for me. I mean, it's just like when I had the message with you and I said, what do I do? How do I ask God? How do I ask God for something that I want? You just took me on a step-by-step. I mean, it was amazing, because now I know and I have a better understanding. And it was even better for me to be able to witness you outside of you. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Ashe.
I could see both. I could see both sides in you. I saw Spirit and I saw Dr. Anu. And I saw the battle. I saw the battle in your testimony right there. I saw the battle between, like you said, what you had believed as a child, because that's what you were taught, versus you coming into your own understanding. And that's powerful. I also read your book, and you go into great detail as well in the book. You're just amazing. You're an amazing person. And I'm learning a lot, more than you know. I'm learning a lot. And I so appreciate this. This is intimate. This is intimate right here. This is intimate. And I want that same thing. I want the same exact thing, this same exact thing. And that's what I'm pushing for. That's where I want to be. I know what I've got to work on. I know that I've blocked so much in my life out. I can't remember. My memory goes back to probably 13. That's where my memory, anything before that, I don't know. Anything after 15, I can't tell you. And I don't know why I have those blockages, why I don't remember, but I know there's something's there that I'm not supposed to think about. And I want to get through that too as well. But you definitely give me the motivation and the inspiration to seek freedom, from within myself. I just realized on my own a couple years ago that I didn't have to live by my upbringing. I didn't have to follow those belief systems. I didn't have to, just because it was Thanksgiving don't mean I had to cook a turkey. You see what I'm saying? I just realized that I didn't have to follow that path. And I mean, I'm 39 years old, so that's probably sad to say, but yeah, like now that I realize that it's my choice, it's my decision, and it's I'm the one that's in control. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that I want to do. It's a lot that I want to experience, and I wouldn't ask for a better person to be on my side to help me on on my journey other than you in spirit. Ashe to that, for real, for real. You
Ashe. Ashe.
you have no idea. You have no idea what you've done for me. And I love and appreciate you for that.
Ashe. Thank you, lady.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for being.
My son was trying to get your attention, but you were in the moment, so I told him you have to wait a second. I told him you have to wait a second. So whenever he comes back in here, I'll let him have his moment.
Ashe. Thank you. Thank you for that, and I'll be here. And thank you for being evidence, like being my evidence. Whenever I hear words like that, I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on this earth. This is what this is what God told me to do. You know, in those conversations that I had, this is what God told me to do. And I remember saying to God, I said, you want me to go out here and teach this or cause people to remember this? I'm going to be the weird one. I'm going to be, called crazy. I'm going to be all those things. But this is what my life purpose is. And I remember Spirit saying to me, every single person that I send to you, and you are sent to them, and they are sent to you, their life will change. And whenever I hear someone speak like that, it is my evidence that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in this world. And so thank you, lady, for being my evidence.
Thank you.
Hello, Kiki
Hello.
son. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad to talk to you.
I'm glad to talk to you too.
Did you have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm ready.
All right, so I have days, okay, and I don't know what will cause it. I know that the normal stuff doesn't cause it, like looking at a screen for too long doesn't cause it, and like loud noise doesn't cause it. So I don't know what else would cause it.
What did you say you had?
Daily headaches.
Oh, daily headaches. Ah. So I'm gonna look up. I don't know the answer to this. When I say this, I mean I don't know the answer to what are spiritual causes for headaches. I do want you to look that up. I'm gonna look that up too. But I want to say this to you. Um, just tell me the number. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Just tell me the number. Don't give me any details.
2.
2. So it's
Yes,
three
ma'am.
of you. It's 3 of you total.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you? I feel sports around you. Do you play sports?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It seems like you are. So not that the other children aren't the same way, but each person has their role, right, in a household or in a life, and it feels like you are the light of the family. In other words, some people may call you the light bearer, or when people look at you, they might always say, you're so bright, or you're so bright, or you have this glow about you. Do you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Because you do, right? You do. And that's probably why you're having the headaches, because it's your light that's shining, and if it's not managed properly, when we have these beautiful gifts, what people call gifts, when we have these beautiful things that exist inside of us, and we're not really knowing how to focus and use them, it can make us feel sick sometimes. Because what I feel like is that it's light. Do you get migraines?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's by the light, and it like when the light comes on. When you
Yes,
get the
ma'am.
headaches, do you have to be in the dark?
No,
Okay, so the light doesn't bother you.
not
Okay.
really, no.
Okay. I would if this were me from a spiritual perspective, I'm not a doctor, not giving you medical advice. I would sit down and I would write down my dream, and I would write steps on how to get there, because it's like your light is so bright, and it's almost like, but it's almost like you may have not given yourself permission to have the dream. So whatever it is you want to do, it could be, do you want to be pro in some kind of sport? No.
I would like to, but that's not what I want to achieve. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. So it's like whatever, do people want you to be in sports and be a star?
The people around me just want me to do what I would enjoy most.
Okay. So you don't have any pressure to be a sports person?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason I asked you that question is because I'm trying to figure out what is standing in the way of you creating the dream and having a plan to execute it. Do you worry about your family?
Yeah.
Okay. So find out, write down what you want to do with your life. And then give yourself step-by-step directions on how to get there. And then don't allow yourself to believe that you won't get there based on anything. You are a very bright soul. And it seems like you are the light of the light. Everybody has a gift. Just because you're the light of the family, it doesn't mean you're more special than anybody else. It just means that that's your role. You are the light of the family. It seems like if things go on, you take the brunt of it, or the bulk of it. So your mom is there. So let me ask her this question. When you guys have challenges, is he the one that takes the brunt of it? Like, can you feel that he absorbs the energy? Like if something negative is happening and it could be a challenge, is he the son that will take it and absorb it? Or yeah, you hold on. You might not see that he absorbs it because he does such a good job just being good. But inside of him, he absorbs it. Do you know what's your son's name?
Control.
Control. If I say to you that if something's happening in the house or in the family, you take the brunt of it or you be concerned about it. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like you're the person who absorbs it. You're the child that absorbs it. So it's creating a space for you. And what you got to do is get out of that space because it's not your job to do that. It's your job to be a kid. And you have to get back in that space. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You are a bright light, little guy. And the light wasn't given to you to use it that way. Be the kid. Don't take on the adult stuff. Be the kid and live your dream. Create your dream, live your dream. The adults will work it out. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Love you.
Thank you, Dr. Anu.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I say.
I got another one that's almost 7 feet tall.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm only 5'6", so
Oh, my Lord.
I've been standing in chairs for a long time.
I say. I say. Thank you. Thank you. I'm open for conversation, guys. I'm going to be on here I got a little while. I know it's 11 o'clock. I got to get to sleep, but I would love to hear if anybody has anything to say. I would love to hear it. I'm open to listen. How are you guys? That was a lot that we just experienced together.
Yes, this was awesome. I came in kind of at the tail end, but I caught enough. And I just want to say, just what Kiki said, it was just so enlightening. And when I did my live on Monday, and I was saying how all these years I've been in church and I never got what I'm getting right here. And after I came off live and I said that, I was like, well, I hope people don't misinterpret what I was saying. But Kiki just summed it up. And that's what I meant when I said this a new practice is so amazing. And I have learned so much. And I am so honored to be part of this. And I, been saying this from the beginning, and I really do mean it. And for you tonight, what I caught, just having that conversation with yourself in spirit, it just brings everything full circle. And you just broke it down so clear and simple. Just that simple. And I just appreciate that. And like I said, when I did my live on Monday and I thought reflect back over it, I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, because people, probably misinterpret what I was saying. Like, I'm not putting down the churches, we know that there's a higher being. We are the higher being. And so, but I was just saying how much I have gotten out of this. And I'm just glad to be here. I am honored. And I love you guys. And for the ones that's, coming in, finish their life coaching, man, you can't make this stuff up. You just cannot. And this is love. This is love right here. Ashe. And I love you guys.
Ashe.
Ashe. Thank you, Dr. New.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You rock. You do. You rock. This is happening.
This is happening. You rock too.
Yeah.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Thanks for being evident. Thanks for being evident. Ashe. Well, we did good tonight.
Dr. Anu, I just have a quick question. When you're working one-on-one with people, or even when people come to you, and they confide in you or whatever the case may be, how do you release that so that you don't continue to carry someone else's worry or weight or burden? Like, I have a really hard time with I don't know how to release that. But so many people come to me and confide in me, and before I know it, I've attached that to me, which I've just learned in a new practice. But I'm not sure how to release it. What do you do to release things?
Ashe. Well, the first thing is, I don't take it on as my responsibility to fix it. That's the biggest thing that used to hold me hostage to other people's stuff, is that I would live in the place that I was the answer, or that I had to fix it for them. And that is what held me holding on to this stuff. But when I talk to somebody or meet them, I don't meet them thinking I have to solve their problem. I meet them knowing they'll solve it themselves. And I rest in knowing that that's what will happen. And the other thing I do is I don't look at anybody as being separate from me. When I realized that God was everything, I am the person that I'm talking to. So as they get free, so do I. My freedom is continuing and it continues to happen daily. And because I know that I'm always healing, I don't carry it with me to the degree that it bothers me. As they heal, so do I.
Ashe.
Dr. Tiffany asked me a question similar to that one day, and I told her, I said, because we live in Maryland and we go around to people's houses, and she asked me when we left somebody's house, and I said, I look at life, I look at people, even though people, I go back to this. I was going to write a book, and it was going to be called Inside. It was going to be called Surrounded by Greatness. And it was my book thinking I was going to go help the world. And I was surrounded by all these great people and I'm going to help them. That was the premise of the book until I got into knowing that they're helping me. It went the other way. They're helping me. So every time I meet somebody, they're helping me. I don't care how good or how bad it is, they're helping me. They're either teaching me what I want more of, what I enjoy about myself, or what I want to experience less of. You guys are my teachers. And that's how I live. I don't live trying to teach people. I live trying to be taught. I am forever the student. I am your student. And that's real for me. That's not a saying. That's real for me. I am for the best posture I could have, the most freeing posture. The best thing since sliced bread is being you guys' student. I am forever the student. I know nothing. I'm sitting here learning everything from you guys, remembering everything from you guys. I just tricked y'all to think I'm helping y'all. I'm just kidding. We're helping each other. So I really am. I am surrounded by greatness. When I look at you guys, I hear God talking to me every day. If somebody calls me and they say I feel really good, I go, yeah, that's a good feeling. I like it when I feel good. If somebody call me and they have a whole lot of troubles, I be like, I need to fix this. But I have more. I used to be people would call me with troubles all day long, and it were nothing but troubles and complaining and nagging. And now it's a little bit less of this. I mean, not a little bit. It's a lot less of that. It's a lot more of let me be my best self. I'm excited what I'm gonna do next. This is how I'm gonna get there. I have more of that surrounding me than the other. So I'm getting there. So I look at my surroundings and see where I am. Because I attract myself to myself. So if someone comes up and they're acting kind of chaotic, I just look at myself and go, "Ooh, you need to check yourself. You're great." Someone comes up and they're showing love and appreciation, and they're saying thank you. Then I've learned to tell myself you're doing a good job. I've learned to hug myself. I've learned to give myself appreciation. Because there was a time when people would say thank you, and I go, no, but I'm learning to receive it because now I know there's evidence that I am doing that for me now. I don't take it as praise, like someone's worshiping me or adoring me. I don't take it that way. I take it and go, wow, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in this world. It's exactly like God said. And well done. You're more surrounded by that than the other stuff. So well done. There are some people that I still meet and they won't say, they don't, in their heart, they don't feel like they should tell me anything. That's me. That's not them. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever I encounter those people, I go, you haven't loved up on yourself enough because you still have manifested in your life people who won't appreciate you. So I'll say to myself, you need to give yourself some appreciation. Tell yourself you love yourself today so that you don't feel that reflection again or you don't feel that energy again. Everything is here to show me me. Everyone is here to show me me. That's how I live. And it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Because in that place, there's never any harsh judgment. In that place, there's never any envy. There's never any jealousy. There's never any, none of that stuff. It's just me fixing me and learning the many different ways that I can do it. In my Father's house are many mansions. I watch everybody find their way. I watch the many mansions every day. And it's good. This is God to me. I will never leave it. This is a God I could serve. This is a God I can count on. This is a God I can depend on. This is a God I can worship. This is it. I'll never leave this place. In this space, I know the scripture that says, when you train up a child the right way, when it is old, it won't depart. That means that it's got the good stuff. And that's how I feel like I got the good stuff. I'm never leaving this place. And every part of my consciousness that doesn't ascribe to that, right? And you guys, I'm telling you guys my truth. Every part of my consciousness that doesn't ascribe to that, it cannot be. And that's the same for, I believe that's the same for everybody. I believe that just like Lynn, I wouldn't be able to be in Lynn's life at all if there was no point of consciousness that connected us together. If I represent to her, if for Lynn, I represent spiritual awareness and consciousness. And if she seeks to continue to have spiritual awareness and consciousness, and I represent spiritual awareness and consciousness to her, the minute I am no longer spiritually aware and conscious of who I am, I will have to leave her presence. I live in that space. What I know, what is beautiful, and in that space, I cannot lose. In that space, you cannot lose. Because in that space, you know that you have designed your life the way you want it or need it to be. Whoever I am to you, as long as you need that space, I'll be here. When you don't need that space, I won't be anymore. It's the same for me. Whenever I don't want somebody to be around, I don't have to argue with them. I just go ahead and change me. Let's go ahead and change me, and I won't attract it anymore. Y'all, we burning the midnight oil tonight. Everybody gonna be asleep tomorrow. Hey, it's my day. Y'all gotta come up. Y'all better go to sleep. I don't want nobody to say, oh, Dr. Leroy, I went to sleep and I can't get up because I'm gonna be sad if I don't see y'all tomorrow. So let's go to sleep. I love you guys. How you doing, Keita? Keita B. Checking on Keita.
I'm doing fine.
You doing good?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you been here for a while?
I've been here the whole time.
Was this good for you? Was this good to you today?
Yeah, it was good. And, I thank you every day. Every day I thank you.
Every day I thank you.
Mhm.
Every day I thank you.
Yeah.
You're my baby. I have to check on you. You might be old. I think I'm older than you. I check on you.
Mhm.
All right, good. All right, guys. Let's go to sleep. And then hopefully you guys will come. Mama J, how you doing? See Mama J in the building on the screen. Ashe, I love you, lady.
Your
I'm
mama
good.
look good.
I'm just sitting out here rocking, just rocking. I'm in Kentucky. So I woke up in Missouri and go to sleep in Kentucky.
Ooh, Ashe.
I'm burning up some road. I said, if I was a truck driver, I'd be making a lot of money.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Ashe.
So I'm just sitting out here on the front porch of my friend's house, just rocking.
Ashe. Ashe. Good.
One's inside crocheting and one's inside making jewelry. I said, I better carry this outside because this is one that said, oh, is that crazy woman that screams all the time?
Yes,
And
that's crazy, lady.
as soon as I hit you, you were screaming. I'm like, oh shit. Let me carry this outside. I don't want to make her tell the truth. She'd be like, oh, see, that's that screaming crazy lady. Let me put these headphones on. I'll never hear the end of it. I go back in there.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mama J, to Bar, to all the people who have people around them saying the same thing, and y'all stick with me. Y'all don't let nothing cut our bond.
No, just put the headphones on.
I want to give a special shout out.
So I don't want to have this conversation, Marissa. That it's already midnight.
Exactly. I say.
Because she the kind of girl always has something to say.
I say. All right. Well, I love you guys. And we out of here. I see you guys in the Grand Rising. And we're going to end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.